When World War II ended in 1945, the world breathed a sigh of relief. But did the war really end the way we think? Behind the scenes, secret negotiations and power plays were unfolding that shaped the post-war world. Join us as we uncover the untold story of how World War II really ended. 1. The division of Germany, a political game. As the war in Europe was coming to an end, the Allies were already planning the future of Germany. But behind the scenes, the division of Germany was a strategic move between the US, UK, and the Soviet Union to control post-war Europe. Some historians argue that this division was less about peace and more about securing dominance in a post-war world. 2. Secret negotiations. How the Allies agreed to end the war. While the public saw the final battles of World War II, secret negotiations were happening behind closed doors. From hidden meetings between Allied leaders to covert talks with Nazi officials, the final stages of the war were shaped by backdoor diplomacy. 3. Alternate outcomes. Could the war have ended differently? What if the war had ended differently? Many have speculated about alternate outcomes of World War II. What if Hitler had succeeded in negotiating peace with the Allies? What if the atomic bomb had never been dropped? These alternate scenarios could have changed the course of history as we know it. 4. Soviet expansion, the beginning of the Cold War. One of the most significant yet underreported outcomes of World War II was the rise of the Soviet Union as a global superpower. While Germany was defeated, the world was immediately thrust into a new conflict, the Cold War. The wartime alliances quickly dissolved as the US and USSR began their battle for global dominance. From the secret deals that shape our world today, many of the secret deals made during the final months of the war still impact global politics today. From the formation of NATO to the ongoing tensions in Eastern Europe, the end of World War II wasn't just a victory. It was the beginning of a new global order. 6. War crimes and secret deals. How some Nazis escaped justice. While many Nazis were tried at the Nuremberg trials, some managed to escape justice thanks to secret deals with the Allies. Operation Paperclip wasn't the only covert operation that allowed Nazis to avoid prosecution. Were these deals justified by scientific gains, or were they a moral compromise? Chapter 7. The mysterious disappearance of Nazi gold. One of the greatest mysteries of World War II is the fate of Nazi gold. As the war was ending, the Nazis moved large quantities of gold and art treasures to secret locations across Europe. While some of these treasures were recovered, a vast amount of Nazi gold remains unaccounted for. Where is the hidden Nazi gold? Many researchers are still searching for answers. 8. The controversial retreat from the Eastern Front. Did the Allies let the Soviets go too far? One of the most controversial questions of World War II is the retreat from the Eastern Front. While the Western Allies fought in Western Europe, the Soviet Union was rapidly advancing toward Berlin. Some historians believe the Allies deliberately allowed the Soviets to take vast territories, leading to Soviet domination over Eastern Europe after the war. 9. Was Japan ready to surrender before the atomic bomb? One of the most debated topics of World War II is whether Japan was ready to surrender before the United States dropped the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Some sources claim that Japanese officials were already considering surrender, while others argue that the bombs were necessary to end the war. Was the use of nuclear weapons a political move or a military necessity? 10. How World War II led to the creation of the United Nations. Idealism or politics? At the end of the war, the Allies created the United Nations with the goal of preventing future global conflicts. However, behind this idealism lay the political calculations of the major powers, who sought to establish a new world order in which they would dominate. Was the UN created for peace, or as a tool for global control? Conclusion: the end of World War II wasn't as simple as we've been taught. Secret negotiations, hidden agendas, and power struggles shaped the world we live in today. What do you think? Was this the true end of the war? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more untold stories of history.